Taiwan has successfully contained the spread of COVID-19, and that's allowed the island's economy to rebound, even though border controls are still in place. Victoria Jen reports.
34-year-old dentist Ye Youxuan barely had any visits from patients for months after the COVID-19 outbreak in January. Many were afraid to come after health experts confirmed that the virus is transmitted through close contact, with authorities further advocating social distancing. But today, most of her patients have returned, and her office is nearly full during regular business hours.
I won't say it's 100% recovering, but perhaps 80% recovery. Some of them, if they're elder or younger people, they are also still very afraid of going to hospital or clinic.
Dentistry is just one of the many sectors that have recovered since the pandemic in Taiwan came under control. When I was here at the start of the outbreak, the restaurant was nearly half empty. But now you can see the restaurant is almost full, with some customers still queuing outside. The island's F&B sector is also experiencing a revival after taking the brunt of the pandemic. And restaurant manager James Lin is seeing signs of a strong recovery.
其实我们从2月份开始的来客数是真的是收创比较大，那整整的下滑得到80%的左右。那慢慢的，其实从5月份到8月份这个疫情慢慢回温之后，我们的来客数已经成长到回温到80%里面了。
Yet, the restaurant, like many others, still have strict preventive protocols in place to keep the dining environment safe. Many Taiwanese now feeling more comfortable going out about their daily business, as long as they're wearing a mask. As things gradually return to normal, the manager predicts their business will return to 100% by the year's end.
我们在全世界来讲是真的是做得还蛮好的，在防疫这部分，所以对我们的政府是有信心，对我们的身边的朋友，还有一些环境，还有对餐厅，我们是很有信心。
Based on the data released by Taiwan's economic ministry, revenue for the F&B sector rose 2% in August from a year ago, the highest growth since the outbreak. The retail sector posted an even stellar growth of 8.2% year-on-year, ending a 5-month streak of negative growth. Research fellow Darson Chu is bullish about the prospects in the months ahead.
那今年的话虽然是有疫情但是台湾呢之所以经济能够相对有韧性，其实很大的成分也就是说你内需拉起来，那外需又刚好有支撑所以说让台湾今年表现算是很不错啦。
But observers say for domestic consumption to return to pre-pandemic level would still require the lifting of international border controls. Taiwan's economy is mainly driven by exports. The third quarter GDP grew 3.33% from a year earlier, its best performance in 9 quarters, thanks to strong overseas demand for its tech and electronics. Official estimate shows that Taiwan's GDP this year is expected to top 1.56%, one of the few bright spots in Asia. And the island's GDP is estimated to exceed 3% next year after border controls are lifted. Victoria Jen, CNA, Taipei.